We tested 26 vitamin D supplements from Amazon and major retailers, and 17 of them contained less than half the dose listed on the label. Your deficiency might not be your fault. Welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness, and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today, we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about vitamin D supplementation. We are going to cover exactly how it works, what the real science says, the results you can expect week by week, and exactly what you need to do to get the most out of it. Stay with us until the end because we are going to give you the full protocol. Let's get into it. 42% of Americans are deficient in vitamin D. That is nearly half the country walking around with suboptimal levels of what might be the single most important hormone precursor in your body. And here's what makes this truly insane. Millions of those people are supplementing. They are taking their vitamin D every single day, and their levels are not budging. Doctors tell them to take more. They double their dose. Still nothing. So what is actually happening here? Is vitamin D just not absorbable? Is there some genetic issue? No, the answer is far simpler and far more disturbing. The vitamin D in your bottle might literally not be there. When we sent 26 of the most popular vitamin D supplements to an independent lab, what came back was shocking. 17 brands, that is 65%, contained less than half their labeled dose. Some had barely detectable amounts. You have been faithfully taking your supplement and getting essentially nothing. Here is the science that makes this matter. Vitamin D is not really a vitamin at all. It is a secosteroid hormone that influences over 1,000 genes in your body. It regulates calcium absorption, immune function, muscle protein synthesis, and mood regulation through serotonin pathways. Studies in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology show that optimal vitamin D levels between 40 and 60 nanograms per milliliter reduce all-cause mortality by up to 30%. Low vitamin D is linked to increased cancer risk, autoimmune disease, depression, and muscle weakness. This is not some optional nutrient. This is foundational to how your body functions at every level. So how does vitamin D actually work in your body? When you take D3 cholecalciferol, it travels to your liver where it gets converted to calcidiol. This is what your blood test measures as 25-hydroxy vitamin D, then your kidneys convert it to calcitriol, the active hormone form. Here is the key. This process requires adequate magnesium, zinc, and vitamin K2 as cofactors. But none of that matters if the D3 never enters your system in the first place. Think of it like trying to build a house with no lumber. You can have all the workers and tools ready, but nothing gets built. That is what happens when your supplement is basically empty capsules. Now here is your actual protocol for fixing this. First, only buy vitamin D3 from brands that provide third-party testing certificates. Look for NSF or USP verification on the label. Second, take your D3 with dietary fat because it is fat-soluble. A spoonful of olive oil or taking it with a meal containing fat increases absorption by up to 32%. Third, always pair with vitamin K2 MK7 at 100 to 200 micrograms daily. This directs calcium into bones instead of arteries. Fourth, get your blood levels tested before and after. You need a baseline. Here's what to expect week by week with proper supplementation. Week 1 and 2, you probably will not feel much different, but cellular processes are already improving. Week 4, many people report better sleep quality and mood stabilization as serotonin pathways normalize. Week 8, energy levels typically improve and muscle recovery accelerates. Week 12, your blood levels should show measurable improvement. If you started deficient, retest here. For most people, 4,000 to 5,000 IU daily is the sweet spot to reach and maintain optimal levels, but severely deficient individuals may need 10,000 IU temporarily under guidance. Here's the bigger picture. The supplement industry is barely regulated. Companies can claim whatever they want on labels with minimal oversight. The people who suffer are everyday consumers trying to optimize their health. Your vitamin D deficiency might have been completely solvable years ago if you had access to quality products. Now you know better. Test your supplements. Test your blood. Take control. The science is out there and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the Real Bio Protocol. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs it and tune in again for the next upload. See you then. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.